Hey, good morning, Serafina. You can see right behind me, Little Rock Police still here. Crime scene tape still up. West 6th at this point is blocked off. If you're trying to come downtown, you can't get here right now. And I also want to show you something else. Right behind me, you can see Power Ultra Lounge, where that shooting happened at 2:30 this morning. Now, we do have ATF who just joined this investigation, just got on scene about 20 minutes ago to join in with Little Rock Police on this investigation. And here's what we can tell you so far about the shooting. Little Rock Police have confirmed 17 people shot inside the club around 2:30 this morning while there was an argument or some kind of dispute going on during a concert for Finesse Two Time. He is an artist out of Memphis. He was here for a concert Friday night, and Little Rock Police tell us that shooting started during that concert. Now, a witness tells us that shots were fired from the crowd, and then shots were returned from people on stage. And she described those horrific moments. She said that she lost her shoes trying to get out of there, and there was actually a person, if you look up there, it happened on the second level, there was a person who jumped out of that window and onto an awning on the first floor where you can see it's dented in and grooved there. That's where that person landed. That's how anxiously those victims were trying to get out of there. And just as they were trying to get out, there were family members and friends trying to see where they were. Those victims going to different hospitals throughout the area. We even found a mom. We ran into a mom who spoke exclusively with Channel 7, who was trying to find her son who was shot in the back.
I'm looking for my son because I can't locate him, and I got a call that he was shot. And it's frustrating because I already lost the son, and I need to try to find my son for real. Sick of it. I'm sick of all this killing, all this shooting. I'm sick of it, and we need help. I don't care who they get. We need help here in our city for real. And it's like don't nobody care because every day somebody's getting shot.
Now, the big question still at this hour this morning, was there one shooter? Were there many shooters? That's what police have yet to verify for us, and also no suspect description on any shooters involved in this mass shooting that happened at Power Ultra Lounge early this morning. But we are still here with the investigators. We've been here all morning with them, and we'll continue to stay out here following up, getting the latest developments and bringing them to you on air and online at KATV.com. But for now, Serafina, I'll send it back to you.
And good evening to you. Tonight, the man accused of running down a 19-year-old, leaving him on life support, is still on the run from police.
Nathan Schneider is that driver. He was in a blue or silver 2008 Hyundai Santa Fe with the license plate number 696XBJ. Tonight, we hear from the witnesses and the victim's family calling for justice. Channel 7's Kimberly Rusley joins us now with that story. Kimberly.
Well, Chris, Chenal, knowing that Justin Duff is on life support over a fight leaves witnesses and family shaken and very upset. They say it was intentional, and their message to the driver, do the right thing and turn yourself in.
Son's on life support, you know, shows both sides of improvement. We got a long way to go.
Jason Duff's son, Justin, still clinging to life after being run over by an SUV Tuesday night.
I got a call about 3 o'clock in the morning. My son been ran over, and I came straight to the emergency room.
Things unfolded in the parking lot of the Chenal Park West Plaza on Chenal Parkway. Witnesses say Duff was first punched by Nathan Schneider's girlfriend, and that's when Duff walked up to Schneider's SUV.
But then I see them boxing through the window, and all of a sudden Nathan slams his car in reverse and runs over Justin's foot or leg.
Bradley Johnson says that's when Duff fell to the ground, and then
Nathan slammed his car in drive and just ran right over him and sped off.
In this surveillance video Duff's family got from a business, you see the Hyundai Santa Fe drive over Duff and take off.
I was screaming for help. I didn't know what to do, really. I was freaking out that he was, I didn't know if he was breathing or what was going on.
The 19-year-old's father now furious. Things escalated.
If y'all had problems, you'll get out. If y'all want to fight, y'all fight with fists. Don't run over my son and put him on life support in the hospital. That's crap.
Now, if you see Schneider, police are asking you to give them a call. You should consider him dangerous. Janelle?
All right, Kimberly, thank you. And Justin Duff's family is asking for that charge of first-degree battery to be upgraded to a more serious charge.
Well, at this hour, protesters outside the governor's mansion back in Little Rock holding a candlelight vigil for Ledell Lee. Channel 7's Kimberly Rusley has been there all day today with the protesters, monitoring the situation in court just like the rest of us. Kimberly, what's the mood like there?
Well, Beth, of course, very quiet and kind of suspenseful. But as you can see behind me, if you look back here, they are lined up against the gate with their candles still lit for Ledell Lee. And as you mentioned, we've been following the developments, but so have they. They've been following along with the developments as well, trying to figure out what is going to happen with Ledell Lee tonight. Will he be executed or will he have a stay? Now let's show you some video from earlier. You remember Lance Fritchman? He was out here on Monday. Now he was out here, he was in support of the executions. And of course tonight he came back and he had signs thanking juries that had convicted the men, and also signs thanking the Attorney General and the governor for their work in trying to get these executions pushed through. Now, when I asked him about his comments earlier this week about wanting to bring back a firing squad and a hanging judge, here's a listen to what he had to say.
We weren't worried when they strangled or shot the lady. We don't worry about how they when they shot the lady execution style, that they robbed her house. I'm not sure which one that was. We weren't worried about it then. We don't worry about cruel and unusual punishment I think cruel and unusual punishment when they rape somebody and kill them.
So, of course, he kind of walked back his statements when he talked to me earlier, and he said, I don't know about that, don't want to talk about that really. But later tonight, after he left, we did talk to a murder victim from Tennessee who has moved here to Arkansas, and she shared her unique experience and her thoughts as well. She said killing an inmate won't necessarily bring closure to these families. Listen to what she had to say.
Executing someone is not going to bring back my mom, and that's what I want. I want my mom back. You know, closure is not executing someone. I don't know what they're talking about when they're talking about closure, because it seems like the state cannot give me closure. The state cannot give family victims members closure through an execution.
Now, again, we are here with the Arkansas Coalition to abolish the death penalty. They've been here since 6 o'clock. They've been singing, praying, holding a candlelight vigil, and they said that they're going to be here until they figure out what's going to happen with Ledell Lee, whether he will be put to death tonight or not. And, of course, we'll be here with them as well. But for now, Beth, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Kimberly Rusley for us tonight. Thank you.
Well, tonight, more reaction to the dramatic conclusion of the Tyler Barefield capital murder trial. The 36-year-old is sentenced to life in prison without parole for killing and then crushing 2 men. Channel 7's Kimberly Rusley has been covering the trial for us.
Chris, today marks an end to Tyler Barefield's capital murder trial, wrapping up with him being sentenced to life in prison without parole for each count of capital murder. Today, of course, a disappointing day for Barefield and his family and attorneys, but a victory for the families of the victims. Tyler, did you kill those 2 men?
No.
Who did?
Don't know.
Guilty and sentenced to life without parole, Tyler Barefield maintains his innocence, leaving the Polk County Courthouse Thursday morning. Barefield's parents emotional and speechless.
Mr. and Mrs. Barefield, is there anything you all wanted to say on behalf of your son?
Tension running high after the trial ends.
Out of my face, I'll stick that camera up your.
One of Barefield's co-workers testified Barefield was tired of his family's U-Pull-It auto salvage yard in Russellville being burglarized. Prosecuting attorney David Gibbons says on the night of September 16, 2016, Barefield decided he was going to eliminate his problem. He spotted Aaron Brock and Bo DeWitt on the property, shot them in the back, used a front-end loader to put their bodies in cars, then compressed the cars the next day using a car crusher. DeWitt's mother speaking exclusively to Channel 7.
How did you feel last night once that verdict was given?
I felt great. A big weight lifted.
Wednesday night, it took the jury of 10 men, 2 women, 5 hours to find Barefield guilty on each count of capital murder. Now, during their deliberations, they had 2 questions about the firearm expert's testimony. Barefield's attorney Patrick Benka says other people were present the night of the murders, but Gibbons disagrees.
The jury heard the evidence, and I agree with the jury's verdict. There's no evidence of that.
Judge Pearson did inform Barefield and his attorneys that he has 30 days to appeal the decision. We'll be following up to see if he chooses to do so. Beth?
Kimberly Rusley for us tonight. Thank you. Barefield was also sentenced to 7.5 years for each capital murder charge for using a gun to commit the murders.
That's the story everybody's been asking us about. After meeting his favorite country singer, Chase Pear is back in Little Rock tonight. Channel 7's Kimberly Rusley talked to Chase and his mom right after their meet and greet with George Strait. Hey, Kimberly.
Hey, Chenal, as you can see, I'm standing right in front of the iconic Welcome to Las Vegas sign, where plenty of tourists are here, excited to be able to take pictures in front of that sign. But I'm excited to stand here and tell you that Chase got his wish this weekend. He got to see George Strait in concert and meet him in person. Now let's take a look at Chase's journey from North Little Rock to right here in Las Vegas. It's a dream come true for Chase Pear. Friday night, he heard George Strait live in concert at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Then the grand finale came Saturday night, when Chase and his mom met George Strait backstage before the second night of the concert.
When we got up there, I shook his hand, and we got an autograph and took pictures.
I just told him about a little bit about Chase's hearing loss and what was going on with it.
Strait autographed a hat, calendar, and his personal guitar pick that he tossed to Chase Friday night. Our cameras weren't allowed backstage, but Julie says her son's experience was unforgettable.
To them, it's another fan, but to him, it means a lot. So I want him to get that experience.
Chase's journey to Las Vegas started in January when his mom wrote a letter.
The purpose of my writing this letter is an attempt to get Chase a visit with you before he goes completely deaf.
Chase's hearing has gotten worse over the past 5 years, and doctors can't tell when he'll lose it completely.
It could be next year, it could be the year after, so we're just going to pile as much in as we can and have as much fun as we can and keep on going.
While she felt the letter was a shot in the dark, mother and son are both glad it granted a wish.
When this process started, like I said before, I thought it was a long shot, but it really happened. He got his wish, and we're beyond grateful for that.
Happy, pumped up, and all of that.
And of course, we want to thank Verizon Arena, Southwest Airlines, and George Strait's team for making all of this possible for Chase and allowing Channel 7 to be a part of the journey. And since Chase's dream has been fulfilled, that will wrap it up for us here in Las Vegas. Chenal, we'll send it back to you in Little Rock.